Hey, good morning. It can be really hard to make a decision on where you might want to live, especially if you're from out of state or you live out of town. And so today's video, what I wanted to do was to help you narrow it a little bit. So I'm going to show you my 5 favorite neighborhoods. Each one's going to have a slightly different type of buyer. So you're going to see that. Let's go check out my 5 favorite neighborhoods in Queen Creek. All right, number 5, Queen Creek Ranchettes. I love this neighborhood. I'd say my favorite things are the lot size, the opportunities of fixing something up and making a really nice place, the location, the architectural diversity, and then the laid-back feel. So every single house looks totally different in this neighborhood, and then if you buy a lot or if you want to remodel something, you're allowed so much architectural liberty. It's right in close, so it's really close to all the amenities of Queen Creek, but it's laid back and you feel like you're in the country and you have horse privileges. So all of that plus the lot size make this one of my favorite neighborhoods, probably the most realistic for me if I'm going to do some sort of value add or something like that. Okay, let's be fair and throw some cons out there. More land equals more maintenance. So either you or someone you pay has to maintain the property. Also higher cost, right? So most of these homes are around $1 million or plus. And lastly, you have not everything is new. So some of these homes are a little older, which for me is actually a plus. Number 4, the Pecans. If you're from Queen Creek, you've heard of it. The Pecans is a real high-end luxury neighborhood. It's gated, it's got shaded pecan tree-lined streets, it's quiet, it's beautiful, and overall, when you're touring or driving through or looking at homes here, it's just an aesthetic experience because these are homes that are going to be designed by a real high-end builder or a high-end architect. And to just drive around and just see what people have done with their landscaping and with their paint and their textures and the architecture, it's just stunning. Some of the homes are new and there's still lots available even. So here's an empty lot right here. But overall, this is a very high-end neighborhood. So the cons are going to be, it's going to be expensive. So this is not a place that everybody's going to be able to afford to live. And also with the larger lots and the more open feel, you just have more maintenance. But if you can afford to live in the Pecans, you can afford to pay somebody to take care of the maintenance. Number 3, Bridal Ranch. I love this neighborhood, you guys. This is a Toll Brothers gated community, but it doesn't feel like a spec house community. It feels like a custom home community. However, these are semi-customs. So I would say the 4 pros is going to be the stunning contemporary design that blends Southwest with contemporary. The location is right off of Riggs. It's really high-end. However, this is going to be a neighborhood that's going to have families in it. You're going to have kids. So sometimes, you know, if you go too high-end, you feel like you can't even have children run around. And then lastly, everything is new. And so this is a new build community. These are all still popping up. You can see empty lots. Okay, let's look at the cons here. So these are not cheap. These are not entry-level homes. They're around $1 million. The new build process can take time. And if you're looking for something that's fully customized, probably not the place for you because these are semi-custom. Number 2, the Pegasus Air Park. So if you haven't seen my Pegasus video, go watch it. But the Pegasus Air Park is a neighborhood all located around its own private airstrip. Some of the homes even have their own hangar. It's unbelievable. It's gated. It's beautiful. So let's go over the pros real quick. So the first one, obviously, it's the fact that it has its own airport. So you either can have your own hangar or you can rent a hangar. That's awesome. The lot sizes are big. There's a lot of opportunity because a lot of the lots have not yet been built on. So I think people are going to make a lot of money over the next coming years on this in this neighborhood. The location's great. It's close to everything in Queen Creek, and then it's gated and private, so you're not going to get any through traffic. Okay, taking a look at the cons. First one, not entry-level pricing. These are expensive. These are at or over $1 million. A piece of dirt's about $500,000 or more. There's going to be aircraft noise, so if your Aunt Myrna hates noise and she's not into aviation, probably shouldn't live here. And then lastly, these are custom only, so if you aren't able or not able to hire a contractor, or you're not able to build something yourself, probably not going to like it, because most of the new home builds down here are going to have a home builder who's going to guide you through the process. Not going to be the case here. This is custom only. For number one, I put Barney Farms, not because it's the nicest or the most bougie, but because I feel like it touched all of the things that I was looking for me personally and for where I'm at in life. So the first one is it's a lake central community. So that means that the whole community is centered around this giant lake that's about a mile long, almost a mile long. It's huge, and you can fish on it, you can kayak on it. The home prices aren't outrageous. They're not super cheap, but I think they start around $490. The pool and the community areas are top notch. They're beautiful. Check them out. And so you've got all of the things. You've got pickleball, and you've got a pool, and you've got sand volleyball, multiple parks. The location is amazing. It's right in central Queen Creek, so it's really easy to get to whatever. And the number one thing for me, it's family oriented. It's a great place just to have a family and raise kids, just because all of those amenities are built in. You don't have to maintain them, so you just have more time with the family. So again, this is kind of my own bias talking here, but I think for where I'm at in my life with 2 little kids, I think Barney Farms would probably be it. So potential cons, the lots aren't huge, right? So it's a new build, and a lot of the new build communities don't have giant lots, and so you're not going to be able to build a barn or a big casita in your backyard. There's an HOA, and so that comes with all sorts of rules that keep the place clean, but some people get frustrated with those and they want to do their own thing. And then lastly, there's going to be 700 home sites, so if you don't like neighbors, or you want to live somewhere with a small community, that could potentially be a negative for you. But man, these homes and this neighborhood is beautiful. So go check out my Barney Farm videos if you haven't yet. Alright, that was it. Thanks for watching. So each one of those 5 neighborhoods had its own thing, right? So Barney Farms has a lake, Pegasus has an air park. Like, each one was so unique in its own way that it's not like I could compare one against the next and say, hey, this is the best one, this is the worst one. Those are just the top 5 that came across my list as I've toured neighborhoods over the past year. And so hopefully one of those stood out as being somewhere that you are inspired to look into, or maybe somewhere you'd like to live someday. I hope that was the case. If this video was fruitful or helpful, please like or subscribe. That boosts my channel. So make sure you find a realtor that actually has a soul and puts you first, right? Somebody that has a heart and can listen and hear what you need, and is not just chasing commission checks. If you don't have somebody like that, please call, please reach out. I would love to support you and make your transition or your change or whatever scary thing you're going through, make it a lot easier for you and help you get a great deal. The market is shifting, and we're no longer in a seller's market. We're starting to transition into a buyer's market. A realtor needs to understand what's going on a macro level. Everybody knows what rates are doing, but very few realtors know why rates are doing what they're doing. Very few saw this coming, and very few know where it's going. So if your realtor doesn't have a good understanding of macroeconomics, you're going to want to find one that does. So please reach out, please call me if you need anything, and thanks for watching this video. Have a wonderful day. Take care.